Hello everyone. We are from Transport Management 2 and I'm Jie En and together with my group member which is Yap May Yee Hong and Soo Zi Xuan and Karen. We will be conducting today's interview and the objective of this interview is to gain a better understanding of the current trends and challenges and also sustainability issue in the transport industry. So today we are pleasure to have Mr. Gavin, who is currently working as a fleet management executive at J&T Express Malaysia. So thank you very much for joining us today. And to start off, could you please give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Okay, nice to meet you guys. So I'm Gavin here. Then I've been uh, graduate from UCSI, which supply chain management. I'm taking supply chain management for around 1 year, half a year lah, around half year. Then I've been joined JNT since I graduate lah. So I've been working with JNT around half year. Then the current position for me is fleet management executive lah. So from my side is that all.
All right, thank you for sharing. So now we would like to know a bit about your current position and daily operations responsibility at the J&T Express Malaysia. So could you tell us what your main responsibility are you in daily work?
Okay, sure. So we start off with my daily work job scope, I can say. So my job scope is a bit different. It it involves transport and also the operation of the gateway. So mainly I've been taking care of everything about transport, which all the lorries. So the first job scope I've been doing regularly every day, daily is securing, make sure every day we got enough regular trucks to support our operation. However, if there's like self days or like double 11, double 12, which we expected to be have high volume, then I will need to find additional backup trucks from the third party logistics supplier lah. And then other than that, I also need to ensure that all trucks that I've been arranged is standby. They can stand by and also able to parking inside the bay, depart at the schedule before the scheduled time lah. So that we could guarantee that the gateway operation is smooth. Moreover, I also handling the gateway line haul operation loading, which is like the to maximize the full potential of every truck's capacity lah. So meaning for that is like uh, I need to supervise the manpower to load everything inside the lorry and make sure the lorry is full before depart lah. That's the basic job scope that I've been doing for now.
Okay, so it's more like planning, is it?
Uh,
Like planning more effective.
yeah, planning, but not more than got a bit of planning lah, but much more on the operation side, like what because we also have another team is which like planning team, because I only do a little bit of planning, but I'm more on operation side lah. So I will need to work out what planning department gave me and ensure which is smooth and align with the operation side lah, something like that.
Mm. So thank you for explaining for that. But for next one, we would like to ask to know what kind of transport mode for your company will mainly to use it. Like for example, route, transport, railway, or sea.
Okay, so for this one, as we know, JNT mainly support the courier service. So courier service is mainly we use land transport lah, which is trucks, motorcycles, or even bicycles lah for some small town but mainly with this truck and cars lah. And then we also have been using air. Air is for like parcels from China directly entering Malaysia, or also parcel from West Malaysia. We send it to East Malaysia. We also use air instead of sea. But we are starting next month. We also start using sea transport, which using carrier lah. So we also start for now. We also start using sea transport as our major how to say major mode of transport. But starting next month. Then one more is rail. Rail is also coming soon, but this one I think is we're going to do like next year, because we just signed the agreement with our KTMB, the Railway Express Company lah. So you can like think that we are using most of the mode of transport that you could think of lah.
Alright, so your company is used for the route transport more than the other departments. So how do you ensure that on time delivery and maintain the customer certification in your roles?
Okay, so for career company like J&T, everyone, the consumer expect everything will be fast. Everything will be arrive as what they expected the duration is. But is a bit hard lah, but there's some ways to for my side that I could assess like the company operation to deliver the parcel on time lah, in timely manners. So the first things I've been working on is that make sure every line haul truck schedule is efficient and flexible enough. Which what means flexible? Flexible is like for just now what I've mentioned. Sometimes we got higher volume, which is sales day lah. Then I need to make a specific truck schedule before the event come. Means like, okay, so the nearest event is Double 11 lah. So last week I already made the planning of all the truck schedule for the upcoming 2 weeks lah, because the forecast for these 2 weeks is be very high the volume. So I'll be working on the additional truck schedules, and also editing some regular truck schedule to meet the standards, or to support the volume lah of parcels. And then I also supervise all the drivers driving behavior lah, which is I'll be taking care of their driving, like how to say, the routes they are using, like which expressway, for example NKV or Federals or even Plus Highway, or even some of the kampong roads. We also need to evaluate, is this truck suitable on this travel on this route, and then is it the fastest route. Okay, other than that, I also take care of the penalty policies to driver lah, because for every routes, for every, like for example from Selangor to Kelantan, we have a fixed duration for this specific route. And we also not only for this route, we also will take a look on the type of lorry. For example, 10 tons, 5 ton, or even a large trailer. So different type of lorry, we have different type of different duration lah. For example, from Selangor to Kelantan, and using 10-ton trucks, our maximum duration will be around 9 to 10 hours. Maximum is 10 hours lah. So that if driver they exit this limit, the duration limit, then driver will get penalties lah, according to how many minutes they have been late. according to the schedule duration. This is to ensure that every parcels can be arrive at the destination gateway on timely manners.
Okay, that's very helpful to us to know understanding from your details explanation. So now we will be continue to discuss. I will pass to Jin Xiang, who will ask about your views of the global and the sustainable transportation. Yeah.
And I'm Jin Xiang, and this session will be focused on how the international trends and sustainability practice are influencing the JNT Express Malaysia. And firstly, how has the growth of the e-commerce and globalization influenced JNT delivery operation and strategies?
Okay. So as we see that's the current trends of Malaysia, e-commerce, the growth of e-commerce platform is getting like more common already. Then JNT need to we our side our company needs to take various strategies and solutions to survive and stand out from the others competitors such as Shopee Express or Lazada Express or Flash. This company is also a good competitors. They have very efficient delivery, like the delivery plan lah, we could say. And then for for JNT to stand out from these competitors, we are implementing stricter cost management. Uh, for this cost management, it's not from my, it's also involved for my department, but not me personal lah. But also know some of this lah. For this cost management, uh, we barely use our own transport, which is I think for our line haul truck, right, we've been using around 10 to 15 our on trucks, our JNT on trucks. But other than that, we are using third party trucks, which is like uh, we got, for example, for Monday, I could say for the whole Malaysia, we have around 120 trips, and then we only got 10 to 15 truck trips is using our JNT trucks. Other than that, we have been subcontracted to other third party partners lah, because this is to ensure that we don't have additional like the repairing cost for our own lorry. We just need the lorry to come, but we don't need to take care of the maintenance cost or the insurance, the road tax, everything. So this is our ways to reduce the cost on transport lah, for in terms of transport. And also uh, how to say, oh, we also implement a duration policy, which is every part of the gateway, I how to say, every process in the gateway, we have a specific duration for this department to process the parcel, so that the parcel won't stay in the gateway too long. So we could efficiently reduce the time from seller packing all the way until we hand the parcels to customer doorstep lah. Okay.
Okay, great to hear about the strategy, the operation strategy. And second, what are some recent logistic or consumer trends that have affected the JNT transport operation?
Okay. So more and more customers choose to purchase items online. Uh, if you are the person who every time buy, who scroll the e-commerce platform, com every more I mean you scroll the e-commerce platform lah, you could see there's many type of items or goods in the e-commerce platform, including fruits or even vegetable. So this type of products, which is a dairy products, or also a fresh food product or vegetable product, is very challenging things for us JNT to handle lah, because we need to ensure that this type of products need to be hand in to customer hand before it how to say expires, or also rosak lah, how to say some things like that lah. So mainly is this type of product, I think is more difficult and affected our transport operation lah.
Okay, and how does the JNT practice sustainability in its operation? Right? Maybe, for example, through packaging, route planning, or energy use.
Okay, so for I would say for in terms of packaging in terms of packaging, we've been using recycled guni. It's like a guni bag, a red one. For that guni bag, we'll be using repeatedly. We'll be like, for example, for some small parcels, like sending some stickers or also some paperworks, no paperworks, some small parcel with small box, we'll be putting inside the guni, so that it will not so easily get lost. And also this is the more sustainable way for us to send the items to other destination gateway. Then this recycle bag is also made from nylon. But as we know, everything have a expired date. Sometimes the guni will also broken, so we also have a specific department, especially in Shah Alam gateway and also the Setia Alam gateway only these two gateway in Malaysia will be handling the repair process of the recycled guni. Okay, so the guni need to serve our operation until it really cannot be repaired. Then we'll changing the new one. So this is the one efficient way for JNT to reduce the use of plastics, and also the cupboards. Okay, and then the second things, I think the efficient way for JNT to practice sustainable is what I've been doing, route planning. So this route planning, we've been using some so-called, how to say, is that like AI satellite, something like this, but still not that advanced yet. More, there's some process still need our help to assist in the route planning, but for now this type of technology, route planning, we've been using the past the driver past driving history to analyze the road condition, whether the road condition and also traffic condition. Other than that is the elevation of the route, because some route, especially going to Kelantan, there's many hilly routes and slippery. So we've been using this past data to analyze which driver is suitable to run these specific routes, and also what type of truck is suitable for running this route. More other than that, for loading the parcel is also one way that we could reduce the carbon emission, because we fully utilize every truck's volume. We've been putting more and more parcel inside the lorry, but not exceeding the limit that JPJ set to every trucks. So our competitors, for example Shopee Express, they've been using pellets to transport items. So in one 10-ton truck, they could only put around 10 maximum 10 parcels, 10 pellets inside a 10-ton truck. But for JNT, we don't use pellet, so we only use those guni, and also we just stack all the parcels inside a truck lah. So basically one truck we could fit in for 10 ton, we could fit in around 13 or 14 or even 14,000 of parcels inside lah. So it's more efficient when compared to use a pallet to wrap all the items, wrap all the parcel up and send it there. So if the truck we could fit in more parcel, then we could also reduce the quantity of trucks that we need to be using.
Okay, it's good to hear how JNT is integrating innovation into logistics. And now I'll be passing the following question to May Yee.
That's very interesting, thank you. And I will continue with the next question. How do government environment policies or local regulations influence JNT logistic planning?
So JNT, like their JNT groups lah, they have published a statement which is the ESG statement, which is ESG means environmental, social and governance report lah. It reflects that the compliance of JNT are increasing strict environmental requirements and standards to meet the requirements of the ISO certification in the multiple market in Malaysia lah. So we also use recycled polyethylene woven, which I've just introduced the Guni bag lah. We have using this all across Malaysia lah. This one is the good signs of reducing plastics and also cupboards. I think from my side is these two only.
Thank you for the explanation. It's great to hear how JNT aligns its logistic strategy with government policy. And moving on, in your experience, what are the biggest challenges in achieving sustainability in express delivery?
Okay, so for JNT, I think the biggest challenge, the biggest difficulty to achieve the sustainability is achieving the truck emission that the world society is setting up. But in Malaysia, they don't, for JPJ, they don't set this standard too high, so we could still reach the sustainability standards lah. So this truck emission is that as we know, for diesel engines, their carbon emission is comparable high when compared to petrol's engine lah. So for trucks, they are using diesel engine, and also some of the truck is also old, they are using old engine. So the truck emission, we cannot do much thing on it lah. And also the second biggest challenge is the electricity consumption, because our JNT gateway, almost all the JNT gateway, they are running around 21 to 22 hours every day, but based on the volume lah. But the standard operation is around 21 hours a day lah. So this one we are very hard to reduce the electricity consumption lah. But
Thank you for sharing. Speaking of sustainability, do JNT customers or business partner today care more about green and sustainable logistics compared to the past?
Yes, more and more customers they are looking forward to what JNT are using. They are caring the environment. So based on our company observation on the stakeholder interest, so in 2024 ESG report, right, they emphasize green logistics and notes that across the market, investment in using the reusable transit Guni bags and degradable packing and electric energy vehicles are rising lah. But for Malaysia, electric vehicle is not that common yet. But in China, they are using electric vehicles lah. Other than that, in Malaysia, we also we also roll out some recycled woven bag programs to all the JNT's delivery points or even partners for them to raise the awareness of environmental responsible on the packaging and transport solutions. Okay, then the third one is that the company missions also, we also highlighted that the intelligent infrastructure and digital logistic network is to provide the efficient and sustainable logistics solution.
That's really interesting. And finally, I would like to ask, what do you think will be the biggest change in sustainable logistics or last mile delivery in the near future?
I think the first thing will be changing is the type of truck they are using, because now all the trucks are using, all the transport are using diesel's engine. So I think in the future everything will be electrified as what the market trend is going for. Like Tesla is, they also have Tesla also develop a trucks. So maybe in the future JNT will also have electric trucks. But vans and other than that, the vans and motorcycle, they are using to deliver parcels to customer doorstep. I could say some of the delivery points are using this, but I think it's only around 5%. So electric vehicle is not so common in JNT Malaysia yet because of the infrastructure. The electric infrastructure is not that stable yet. Not all the expressway or some kampongs, they don't have the standards for to support the electric vehicles, like the charging station those. Yeah. So and then the next thing is the AI things, automation. So AIs we also, I think AI is an important things for the company growth, because I think AI could help more on the route planning, was what I've been mentioned before, because AI, they analyze more things in a more different angle or different ways, so that we could achieve a more dynamic route and precise and cut to reduce the delivery time. Yeah, these two I think these two is the biggest changes in sustainable or last mile delivery in the future.
Thank you very much for your valuable insight. Your sharing gives us a clearer picture of how sustainability is shaping the logistics industry and JNT future direction. And I will now pass the session back to my other group member to continue.
Yeah, I will continue asking the questions. And so Gary, in your opinion, what are the main challenges that currently affect the efficiency and sustainability of global transportation?
I think the main challenge is on the emissions, the environmental stuff. So transportation is a large share of global greenhouse gas emission. So from road transport until the shippings or aviations, this also involve relatively high emission, greenhouse gas emission, and also for the fossil that the vessel have been using is also a high. They also have a high carbon emission. This type of I think this one is the main challenges for that affects the efficiency and sustainability of global transport. And also the second things I would like to highlight is the infrastructure of the overall logistics system in Malaysia, because as we know that the rail infrastructures and also the port infrastructures are relatively old as compared to others country infrastructure. So for older infrastructures, they have a higher, how to say, they have a they will produce a higher chance of harmful gas or even their emissions to our environment. So I think these two type is the main challenges.
Okay, thank you, Gavin. And now we'll proceed to the other question is, with the growing climate challenges such as floods or heavy rain, how has J&T adjusted its route planning and delivery operations?
Okay, so this part is a very important part for,
Mm.
especially for now. For now, already almost the end of the year, so the rainy season is coming, but
Yeah.
the sales volume is also going high. So we also take these measures. We take this matter strictly lah. So what I've been doing now is I've uh, I've been doing regular checking. I've been implement the procedure for regular checking for every trucks before they are loading, because bonded trucks or side curtain trucks they have the chances they have leaking what possible water leaking point lah. Especially for side curtains. Some of them for the third party trucks because they might be loading some sharp items or goods, so it might possibly hurt the side curtain, and then once the side curtain is being damaged, the water will leak in. So for parcel that is made by the packaging is cardboard, it will make a serious damage. But for gurney wise, there's not much, right? Because our gurney is designed for waterproofing to avoid
Okay.
this kind of incident to happen. So we also have make a special analysis on the every route every type of route, and also every cities every cities that which might face flood, or which route will always always involve a flood. Then we could make this planning earlier to let our driver know and avoid this kind of road because this might affect our delivery time
Okay, thank you. And the following question is, how do you manage the traffic congestion and unexpected delays on a daily basis?
So I've been making sure our route planning, right? We making sure all the drivers will take the lesser traffic route, even though it might need to pay the higher toll fees but generally we focus on the delivery duration, right? So we only focus on the delivery duration. And also other than that, we also do traffic analysis on weekly basis we take note on each highways, the traffic flow of each highways, or like details on the directions or possible road closure due to road maintenance. And also one more thing, for KL we also have the road bands thing so we need to take in consideration this type of route. Is it okay for our driver to proceed using this route? And for this one more solution that we've been using is that we have a very own driver system J&T driver system. This one, all driver need to upload all the traffic conditions on the apps.
All the information.
Okay. For the pictures, like the traffic condition picture inside the apps, and also for more securing information is like the Waze or Google Map to prove that it's really jammed or it's not, because some of the driver might take this they might take the chance to take a rest or sleep beside the road so this could this could this could affect the delivery duration. So we use this type of policies to make sure driver don't take a rest on beside the road too long lah. And then we also if we, for example, we have sometimes we've been driving, right, our colleagues will update about the traffic flow. So if we, let's say it's Friday or Monday, sometimes Monday, especially for Monday, the traffic volume will be quite high lah. So we will inform driver to stand by before the usual schedule lah, to avoid that our operation for delay. Yeah.
Okay, understand. And the last question from my part is, how do the workforce issues such as manpower shortage or high turnover rates impact the J&T delivery operations?
Yeah, this one is one of the serious matters. So this one is our J&T is still facing these matters. For this type of incident, right, every single workers actually need to handle a double workload in a fast-paced environment, because sometimes we can't even find replacement manpower from our third-party supplier lah. So we could only force our our workers to do double things, but we could give them some replacement or also some extra benefits for them. Sometimes we give extra pay for them or some extra profit margin that gateway gains that we directly give them as a gift lah. And then moreover than that, the high turnover rates of staff will also affect our operation lah, as new staff need enough time to cope with the new working environment, especially for our company. It's like a fast-paced company lah. So it will take plenty of time to let them familiar with the process, and the risk of doing this job wrongly is relatively high lah. And then this could leads to the duration takes to deliver the parcel to customer to get even longer lah.
Okay, so thank you, Gavin, for your valuable sharings. So now I will pass to Sue to continue the questions. Okay, thank you, Gavin.
So my part will be more focused on the view of issues and challenges in global transportation. So the first question for me is, how does the rising fuel costs and operation costs that can affect J&T transportation efficiency and cost management?
Okay, so for this, as I've mentioned, the main transport mode of transport we've been using is road lah. So for trucks, they are using diesel. Diesel price is getting higher and higher, so it will directly impact the margin on each on the margin we can get on each parcel lah. So the diesel price is high in West Malaysia, but for East Malaysia is relatively low lah. So this would affect the margin on the parcel which is in West Malaysia, more impact on West Malaysia parcels lah. And then the higher fuel price will increase our fuel cost, and hence making costs incurs every trips are going to increase lah. Even all those third party suppliers, they also will increase their price so that they could survive in the industry lah. And then another from that is the increase of the basic salary. The basic salary is getting higher. For now it's around, I think it's 1,700, I think it is lah. So this one will also make the operational cost even higher, because company need to pay higher salary. Other than that, they also need to pay for the EPF source. for those lower position staff lah, operation staff. Yeah.
My question is, what strategy does J&T use to maintain their on-time delivery during the peak season, like 11/11, Chinese New Year?
Oh, okay. So for this one, we we will make a special arrangement which will need every gateway to have a longer operation hour. For the usual for the usual days lah, almost all the gateway operation is from afternoon 2 p.m. until the next day 10 p.m. 10 a.m. of next day. So for the sales days like double 11, will make them to the operation hour will be longer lah. If not mistaken is like from 12 in the afternoon in the noon until the next day 10 a.m. So this one will make sure that all the parcel coming in the gateway will will send out to the destination gateway on time lah. And also we also increase the manpower on every department, and then we also make planning and bookings for the additional backup trucks according to everyday forecasted volume lah. Lastly is the standby time of every truck. We make sure that every truck standby earlier than the usual schedule because higher volume may leads to a shorter duration for the manpower to make to load all the parcels inside the truck in a shorter duration.
So thank you for your explanations. So the last question for me is, how does J&T measure to reduce carbon emission and move forward to greener logistics?
So for this we got three aspects lah. First is that packaging. We use reusable goonie bags lah. What I've been mentioned is made from it's made from nylon. So this will avoid every gateway or even the delivery point to use a single plastic. And then the second thing is in terms of vehicle, our trucks lah. So we've been using the 4-in-1 model, which is the fuel consumption management, driving energy training. Or we could say it's a energy saving training. The third one is optimized transport energy structure, and also last, the route planning. This four model will directly reduce down the carbon emission and makes J&T moving towards the greener logistics. And then the last aspect is in Malaysia. In Malaysia, J&T Malaysia, we have developed 310,000 of recycled goodie bags in every warehouse and delivery point. This type of goodie bags, they also have some reusable RFID tags. The reusable RFID tags can reduce the number of paper to print out the number of paper that needs to be printed out for the RFID barcode.
Okay, so that's all for my part. Thank you, Gavin, for sharing. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Gavin, we will proceed with the final part. Thank you again for your sharing. Do you need a break to drink some water or something, because you have been answering a lot of questions from just now?
Never mind, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, continue. Still going strong. Okay,
Yeah.
so the final part will be to conclude all of this. The final part will be, currently we are students we are going into the working field, as were you also. So what are the key takeaways that we need to prepare before we enter working environment?
Okay, could I be saying is in terms of the logistic or the career industry?
Um, any angle would be perfect because you know the saying, working and studying is not the same. Working is harder. So uh, studying in UCSI and then proceeding to the working environment, how did you find the change and what do we need to be prepared for from more towards a career aspect of it?
Okay, okay. So I would say for this, we need to understand more and do more research. You can see more like the current trends on the social media. You can follow in LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn there are many like the bloggers are sharing all their perspective on the global trends. So when we understand all the market trends, we could easily catch up of what our company is the market is pursuing at. So you could easily catch up what the companies uh, what the companies are expecting you to get from the specific industry lah. And other for that is I think we need to have good problem solving skills lah, because this is very useful in your upcoming. I think, do you guys have intern yet? I think if you got intern, you will experience this lah, because as working is the definition of working is that you need to help your boss to solve problem, right? So you might need to have a good understanding on how to identify problems uh, and also find out the best way or the best provide the best solution to cope with the current issues or the problems lah. I think these two things is the main things I would like to like highlight to you guys lah.
Understand, Mr. Gavin. Thank you very much again. So today, basically, you have touched into SDG on ways how JNT is a more sustainable company, and you have touched from transportation sector, route planning. You have touched on a lot of different angle on your operation. So from all this, what I mainly can understand is that your role there is a transport planner and transport coordinator, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, how do you like your job?
uh, okay, for my job is a bit different from my other colleagues because my job uh, I would not stay from 9 to 6. I will and not staying 9 to 6 in the office, but I will going to gateway lah, to other gateway, not sitting on the chairs. I will going around operation to make sure every get at least for the Klang Valley, or I say in the Selangor areas gateway would operate smoothly without my trucks doing like without my trucks delaying and affect the overall operation lah. And then my side quite interesting, I think, is you could see how really does a gateway operates lah. If you just sitting in the office, you do not know actually how does the gateway operates, because a gateway they involve many types of uh, departments, and also some like there's some knowledge that you cannot learn inside the office lah. You need to go to the site and hands on to it, and you need to hear about the people the the staff that are working on it. You need to hear from them what is the difficulties that they are facing when they are implementing the policies from HQ lah. So on this you could list out how does the operation side can align to the HQ policies directly lah. So in this I could feedback to HQ that what is the policy what does the policy need to be changed, or what need to be added in the policy to ensure that the operation side can follow on the policies that they are giving.
So the takeaway which I understand from that is you actually find it very interesting. I would assume this career path because you're more not only in the office, sometime in office, most of the time you're on field. So I think that concludes our interview session. Once again, I would like to thank you very much for your time and insightful sharing, Mr. Gavin. You have we truly appreciate your insight, and it has been a very good time and listening to you talk about your field. It has been a pleasure from us. So, is it possible if we can take a group picture, just a screenshot, I would say, through here?
No problem.
1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you, Gavin, again.
Hey,
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you for your time. And now I think we can finish the interview already.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the interview.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you
Gavin.
very much, Mr. Gavin.